Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Bold and the Beautiful reveals Electra Forrester, Lanya Grace, showing two sides of herself right now by letting Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, think that she supports Melissa Dillon, Sydney Bullock, but when Will's not around, Electra is going hard at Dillon and scaring the poor homeless girl for almost no real reason. Ever since Dillon came to Electra and told her she accidentally ran down Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, and killed her, Electra has been very kind to Dillon and wanted to help her any way she can. And, I mean, running over Luna is about the biggest favor anybody could do for Electra and Will. And the two of them were there to support Dillon when she told Finn, Tanner Novlin, and Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, that she's the one who accidentally killed Luna. And if you recall, Electra already knew Dillon because she was dropping Hayes Forrester Finnegan at art school now and then. So they were friends before the whole Luna death thing. And then Electra started inviting Dillon over to hang out once her boyfriend got the beach house. And then things took a major turn once Will realized Dillon was living out of her car. And when Will questioned her, Dillon finally admitted that she is homeless. And they looked at some research and said, oh, it's common among students. So right away, Will offered for Dillon to stay in the apartment above the garage until she got back on her feet and said, you can be here as long as you want. And Electra seemed totally supportive until Will left the room. From day one, Electra not only threatened Dillon to respect Will and Electra's relationship or else, but she told Dillon, don't get comfortable, you need to be out of here as soon as possible, as if she needed more stress. Mind you, Dillon was the one who hesitated about moving in because Electra doesn't live there. So Dillon has been very cautious, very considerate from the jump. I will admit she has checked out Will when he worked out, when he showered outside, and when he was napping on the sofa. Kinda sketchy, but at the same time, Electra doesn't know any of that, so the things she's saying aren't based on that information. And then we had Teriyaki Chicken Gate. Will insisted that Dillon eat the extra chicken because Electra had to work late, and Dillon was hesitant, but Will literally insisted, and then Electra went nuts about it, and she basically accused Dillon of making moves on her man Will, and you could tell that Electra scared Dillon. She was going off on her 1 minute and then hugging her and talking sweet the next. It's like this pendulum that swings back and forth. Electra is sweet, and then she's kinda psycho, and it just depends on who's in the room on Bold and the Beautiful. But she never makes those threats in front of anybody else, just when she's alone with Dillon. And then Electra pretty much threatened Dillon and made her promise to stay in her apartment while Electra's gone on the business trip. And when Will talked to Dillon about hanging out, she said, no, I cannot. And then when he pressed, she admitted Electra was upset at her. But at the same time, Dillon said it was all her own fault. But Will's not having it and told her, don't worry about it. He told Dillon, this is fine, don't worry. Meanwhile, Electra is acting like that is her house, and she gets to decide who's there, what goes on in it, and she sets the rules, which is crazy talk. And then Finn dropped by the beach house to ask Will if he would watch Hayes while Finn ran to the hospital, and Dillon was there. And Hayes was super excited because he really likes her. And again, Will insisted that Dillon hang out and help babysit Hayes with him, but Dillon was scared to agree, but Will again insisted. So Dillon finally said yes because Will was saying stay and Hayes was begging her to stay. So the three of them were doing arts and crafts. That's fine. But then later this week, things get stranger because Dillon is doing ballet in the living room for some reason, and she ends up in Will's lap with their faces looking close. And of course, Ivy Forrester, who's supposed to be home sick in bed, is lurking around the beach house like a creeper. And I wonder if Electra asks her sick Aunt Ivy to go check on them, or if Electra is fussing at Ivy about this. She seems to be the only one she's showing her actual other side to. And Ivy decides on her own to go over there because Electra is saying all this hoo-ha, so they want to make sure Dillon is upstairs in her little apartment and nowhere near Will. But of course, Ivy comes at the worst moment and sees Dillon on Will's lap with his hand on her leg, so Ivy's going to think the worst. I do think Will is loyal to Electra and loves her, but I think at the same time he sees Dillon as a friend in need and he's committed to helping her because he has a generous nature. Plus, Will may not realize he's sending mixed signals because he keeps encouraging Dylan to spend time with him, while Electra flat out told Dylan not to. And Will is kind of Dylan's hero for giving her a place to live, so that's factoring into all this. And Will knows Electra came down hard on Dylan. And then, once Ivy tells Electra what she saw, all heck's gonna break loose. I do think Dylan trips and falls maybe, and Will catches her, and it's not what Ivy thinks. But since Electra's gone, Ivy takes over. She freaks out and she threatens Dylan and says get out of Will's house. And not only that, but Ivy demands that Dylan leave Los Angeles altogether. Ivy is going to go totally nuts on Dylan, and I'm sure Electra is going to agree with everything she says, but I don't think Will's going to like it or agree at all. I think he'll shut down Electra and Ivy's demands that Dylan move out, and especially that Electra and Ivy are telling her she has to leave LA, which is just craziness. Even if Dylan was flirting with Will, those two don't get to decide she can't live in the city. I also don't think Will is going to like Electra's lack of charitable spirit, especially since Will is the one who invited Dylan to eat with him and babysit with him and live in his spare garage room, and he insisted after Dylan said no, Electra won't like it. So I think Will is going to be very shocked by Electra's behavior and her demands when he sees this other side of her. We might see Will going to bat for Dylan and saying she can stay at the house as long as she wants, and it's not Electra's decision. It's his house. His mom, Katie Logan, supports him helping Daphne. And I'm sure Electra will blame Dylan if Will's upset with her, but I also expect Electra isn't going to back down, and if Will defends Dylan, that may draw him closer to her. And then R.J. Forrester is around and has the hots on Electra and is going to tell her she's 100% right and Will is 100% wrong just to cause trouble. The whole nightmare with Luna has Electra on guard, but again, Luna targeted Will. She drugged and raped him. Electra was totally unscathed, other than being mad that Luna was hot for Will. The Remy Price situation, definitely Electra was the victim in that. But the Luna situation I see was, Will being the target, and Electra was just the girlfriend that Luna wished didn't exist. I think Electra's two faces are about to be revealed to Will very soon. He sees the sweet face, oh, I want to help Dylan, she's my best friend. But Will's going to see the side of Electra who tells a homeless girl, get out and live in the streets, go sleep in your car. How dare Dylan eat chicken and live in Los Angeles? All I know is Brad Bell is writing Electra to be increasingly unlikable, and maybe Will siding with Dylan and telling Electra her demands are unreasonable will be a reality check and she'll stop what she's doing, but I kinda doubt it. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.